your first choice for local sports with Chris Demirdjian.
Good Thursday evening to you. There are only a few games that stick out in the high school docket this week. One of them, West Monroe hosting Ridgeway out of Memphis. This is the second straight year these two are hooking up. The Rebels stormed past the Roadrunners 38-13 last season. The Duron Sutton coach crew are perennial powers in the Volunteer State, and their success continues this season. Their offense in 6 games has been straight fire, averaging 37 points per game.
Big offensive line and very good quarterback.
The Warhawks played a home game 35 days ago. During that time, 3 straight losses, so they were outscored 140-45. Matt Viator Company are more than pleased to be back. Ugly start to the game, already down 3-0. Quarterback Garrett Smith throws a pick to Idaho's Caden Ellis. That results in another Vandals field goal. To DC now, Dodgers and Nats playing game 2 of their division series after a rainout yesterday. Scoreless game in the top of the first. 3-0 pitch to LA rookie Corey Seager, and he hits us an out of the park. This Trevor Roque pitch deep center field, and ain't coming back. Again, he's a rookie. His 26th homer of the season. Pitcher Rich Hill happy there. He wouldn't be happy here. Dodgers leading 2-0. 2 on for Nats catcher Jose Labatone, and that's hit to deep left field. It lands right in front of the T-Mobile sign in the bullpen. Long range coverage on that shot.
You have to compete with discipline, and you have to be disciplined and do things the right way, plus compete hard at the same time. So those are things we're working on, and I think we're getting better.
Good to see you. Can't we all just get along? Like warm weather during August, shoving matches in training camp are the norm. All right, everybody, welcome back to KTV 10 Sports live coverage of Bulldogs baseball here in Starkville. I'm here at a beautiful left field lounge here at Duty Noble Field. It was a little bit of a damp night tonight so far, but it was sunny and bright earlier today when the Bulldogs and Cal State Fullerton Titans went head-to-head. And even Lady Dexter's basketball coach Brooke Storr in attendance tonight. Brooke, first of all, let's jump right into this thing. As the new kid on the block in Ruston, how important are events like these to just get a chance to meet fans who you could see the TAC later this season?
It's a huge opportunity to kind of reconnect. For me, I'm the new kid on the block for the 3rd time.
Malcolm Butler from Louisiana Tech told me a few moments ago they sold just over 1,000 tickets for this event. There's food, there's drink, and there's Bulldogs faithful. And of course, later tonight we'll have coverage from ULM, LSU, and Cowboys camp on KTV 10 Sports. All right, thank you, Trey. Hey, it's a beautiful day here at the Rob. Believe it or not, it's actually 50-50 divided between Alcorn fans and Tiger fans. A lot of guys making the trek over from Mississippi. Listen, the Tigers hope to make it back-to-back home wins for a second year in a row. All right, thanks, Michelle. We're having to move this baby indoors due to rain outside here in the Starkville area. Now, it's been a very, very long time since the last time Louisiana Tech was in a regional, 29 years to be exact. Now, they're facing the Cal State Fullerton squad who's been in for 25 straight years. No matter the opponent, no matter the arena, no matter the atmosphere, these Bulldogs are ready to play some baseball. And in prime time, Louisiana Tech and Cal State Fullerton duking things out at 6:30. Now, before our broadcast at 6 o'clock, Coach Goff came up to me and told me that Philip Deal will indeed start tomorrow night for the Bulldogs. And Coach Vanderhook, as of a few moments ago, still has yet to announce a starter. But, of course, Fox 14 along KTV 10 will have complete updates and recaps throughout the weekend as long as the Bulldogs are playing baseball here in Starkville. Michelle, in the meantime, back to you in the studio. On a crisp fall morning in Louisiana, asking experienced hunters to wake up bright and early isn't an issue. As the sun continues to rise, these friends are bragging over the several deer taken down. The crazy thing? None of these guys pulled the trigger.
That's my passion, my favorite thing to do. So I said, I'm going to go help these kids. But actually, it ended up helping me. So I said, I'm going to do that for everybody here.
Camera loves you, brother. Camera loves you.
The Dream Hunt Foundation gives children who are at a disadvantage in life a chance to do what they love most, hunting and fishing, and some encouragement to keep battling for whatever they may be going through.
We took 5 kids in 2013, and in 2015 we took 92. It started out just me asking some of my friends, and telling them, hey man, I got a crazy idea, and them listening to it, and they're like, man, that would work. Just through a series of connections, we got connected with a kid that wanted to go hunting, and they sent them to us, and they loved it and got great reports.
When they come out, they sort of came out.
Dalton Rittenauer and his parents traveled 10 hours from Jefferson City, Missouri to West Monroe so their son, who suffers from neuromuscular dystrophy, can live the life of an outdoorsman. Luckily, the young man captured a baby doe.
He has been talking about this all week long. First thing he gets up, he talks about shooting something. We wish that we could do something like this more often because he's not able to shoot a gun on his own. But they have the means here for him to do it.
How excited are you to be here?
Nah.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Is that the first year you ever shot?
Yeah.
These kids who don't share the same abilities as others their age finish the day with smiles on their faces, all because of people who made their dreams come true.
The passions that you have in your life, those are the things that God wants to use to bless other people. I can look back on this weekend and go, man, I did everything in my control to try to make it happen for them, and that's the way everybody feels here.
W's have been hard to come by for Beekman Charter. That was until September 16th, when the second-year program felt the joy of victory for the first time, defeating Northwood and Leno.
Of course, I've been around some winning programs, and those wins were just great as well. But, you know, to do this and to just see the excitement in the kids' faces and know how hard they've worked to get to this point, it just made it, without a doubt, up at the top.
We thought that we would have pretty much won over the world. To see our fans finally stand up and our cheerleaders get happy, that meant the world to me. I started crying, everybody was wondering. I said, man, being a senior, you know, getting your first win, so it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
After a winless season in 2015 where they were shut out 5 times and outscored 421-60, keeping this group of 34 Tigers motivated surprisingly wasn't hard. Coach McDonald credits the kids for not turning their equipment and keeping their eyes on the program's goal.
We stayed on them and, you know, put them through the ringer. Had to do a lot of teaching. And, you know, like you said, I mean, we told them just be patient, you know, it's going to come. And, you know, I didn't expect it so soon.
When we came out here in spring and I saw what everybody was doing, and I seen that we had potential of winning our first game. We had potential of having a winning season.
And now these guys hope for a repeat performance this week against St. Fred's, a team they lost to 46-0 a year ago.
We lost to Northwood Lena 38-0 last year, and we beat them. So we just got to play hard as we can and stick with them. It's going to be a tough game, but we got to stick with them.
In Beekman, Chris Demirdjian, KTV, NBC 10 Sports. Neville and Ouachita, 2 parish foes who duked it out on the gridiron in a series that dates back to 1949. The numbers have tilted in favor of the crew from Forsyth Avenue since 1982, with the black and gold holding a 20-11 advantage.
They've had our number the past few years, that's for sure. It's not something that we say, oh, we're just going to give in to them. We're going to come ready to go to war.
There's always a little bit extra around our camp when we're playing Ouachita. A lot of these guys know each other. There's a lot of pride on the line for this game. There's a lot of crossover between friends, relatives. And social media lights up this week with all kind of mess.
From the start of this decade, the Tigers hold a 5-1 advantage over Ouachita. And in the last 2 seasons, under the leadership of Jeff Fitzgerald, the contest came down to whoever had last possession of the football.
It feels like there's a little more pressure on you, and the kids feel a little bit more pressure on them. Every game is equally as important, and anybody can be beat at any given time. And it's a big game, but every week's a big week.
But it's just a game that we have to be up for. We have to be geeked about and ready to play. We can't come out slow and sluggish.
The rivalry expands way past a 120-yard football field. Students from both sides get just as pumped as their compadres who are playing on Friday night.
We're excited, man. This is one of our biggest rivals, probably like a Demirdjian row. We're hyped, ready to get out there. You know, our student section gonna be live. You know, so we're ready.
I do have confidence. We got a lot of pride in that one. And that was, I think we can do it.
The first 17 minutes of Saturday's battle between Texas State and ULM was back and forth offensively, but everyone inside Malone Stadium stood still as they watched quarterback Garrett Smith being helped off the field in the second quarter.
It was one of those that happened very, very fast. The box was a little bit crowded at times, and so we started running him on like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, because you basically, you know, when the quarterback runs the ball, you even the numbers out. Our training staff, they were trying to work it out where they could look at him tonight. I just know it was a lower limb injury.
Enter Will Collins, a redshirt freshman out of Lawton, Oklahoma, who entered this game 1 for 2, throwing for 21 yards, but left throwing for 125 and 2 touchdowns.
I felt right at home. I felt like I was in high school again. No, I mean, there's a lot going on. You know, like, you know, what you guys see is just a regular, you know, old handoff. There's 3 things. There's 3 big-time decisions that need to be made in all those. You got to get your feet wet, you know, and eventually, you know, I got pretty comfortable.
Collins, who had help offensively, was also assisted from the defense, who gave up over 2,100 yards in the last 4 games, but surrendered a season-low 317.
I mean, just a bunch of the things in the other weeks that we really didn't hit on. When you look back on film, just really kind of just stand out at you like so much, but when you're in the game, everything's moving so fast, it's kind of hard to come back to the sideline and communicate exactly what you're saying. That was really just a result of what we were able to see.
No word on how much time Garrett Smith will miss, if any at all. But you know Coach V's excited about the fact the way Will Collins performed on Saturday night. Now it's time to saddle up and move out west as Warhawks take on New Mexico. Hopefully the defense will come for a ride as well. Covering ULM, I'm Chris Demirdjian, KTV, NBC 10 Sports. The Dogs avoid dropping their 3rd straight, something they hadn't done since Skip Holtz's first year at the helm in 2013. He had help from a usual suspect in Trent Taylor, and even from running back Jared Kraft, who had a season-best 170-yard, 2-touchdown night.
Jared, I said, is a workhorse. He wasn't going to go down easy, and like I said, I thought he had some tough yards to run for with what they were doing up inside. Then we got into the 4th quarter in the last 2 drives. The running game took the ball right down the field, which was nice to see.
They started playing some man, and we were able to take advantage of it a couple times. I think Ryan and the O-line did a great job of facilitating that and controlling the offense when they switched it up on us. We did our job as an offense when it came to the end of it.
The D played a tad bit better, holding the Miners to 7 points and 138 yards less than they allowed to the Blue Raiders.
We made a couple changes. We had a long talk Sunday after Middle Tennessee, and just went back to square root. Last week we didn't tackle well at all. Today we tackle well, and it's about getting off the field on 3rd down. We didn't on our drives, but we did on some, and we held them 7 points.
Night and day defensively from last week's loss to Middle Tennessee to Saturday night's win versus UTEP, something Coach Holtz hopes will continue on Thursday night versus Western Kentucky. Now, he also noted that the only day of rest this team will get will be on Friday after the game. No time to take off during a short week. With the Bulldogs in Ruston, I'm Chris Demirdjian, KTV, NBC 10 Sports. What a week. What a year it's been for Michael Hunter. The West Monroe native and rookie defensive back for the Giants is in town after traveling over 8,000 miles in the last few days. During that trip, his team grabbed a W over the Rams in London.
The experience was awesome. Just going overseas, getting to experience something new. I've never been to London, England. To be real, their fans are awesome. They call it kickball over there. We're not playing football, we're playing kickball. The stadium was packed with 80,000 people.
Hunter, who started here in the backfield at Rebel Stadium, found his way to Indiana, where he recorded 91 tackles in 3 seasons. He eventually transferred to Oklahoma State, where he continued to prosper, helping the Cowboys earn a Sugar Bowl appearance in 2015. But he's not in college anymore.
The biggest adjustment is really paying attention to detail. Every quarterback you face, week in and week out, are elite guys. From Eli Manning to Tom Brady to Aaron Rodgers, those guys are future Hall of Famers. I've adjusted well, I think. Just have to keep working hard.
He's currently on the practice squad, and the G-Men are tied with Washington for 3rd place in the NFC East. But Michael knows getting through that division may be tough, but anything's possible.
Very loaded division, but we just got to take it week by week. We can't look ahead. We got a bye this week, like I said, but next week we play the Eagles, another division rival. Every win counts, so just, like I said, take it week by week and keep chopping away at the bid and getting wins.
Chris Demirdjian, KTV, NBC 10 Sports.
All right, I'm putting you on the spot. Say one nice thing about me.
I love that tie. That's a fantastic tie.
Well,
skinny neck tie. It's very in style.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. One thing about me.
Isn't Jimmy Fallon up next?
He's at a loss for words.
Yeah, I'm lost for words. Yeah.
Well, that's it for us.